I feel like creators are often focusing on growing their social media and growing their following, but they're not really thinking about the importance of growing their email list. It feels so foreign to so many creators that an email list is even valuable or useful. I love social media. As someone who works with influencers and creators, I know the power of having a community on social media. But here's the thing, when I think about like Instagram, let's just say, as someone who is just there scrolling, I am consuming content from so many creators at once, right? So when you're putting stuff out there, you're kind of just like in the feed with other people's content. Think about it like this. Just because you're posting on social doesn't mean you're truly in direct contact with your audience. And I think that's where the power of having an email list really comes in, because it gives you this direct one-on-one. I always think about myself, like I hate giving people my email, but I'll follow anyone on social, right? But when I give you my email, when I subscribe to your list, it's like kind of giving you my phone number. It's this extra step. And I actually think it's even more valuable than a follower. When you think about even creators who are monetizing their email list, like pitching to brands and saying, hey, like I have, 30,000 email subscribers, that is a strong metric. It's not the same as 30,000 followers, because remember, 30,000 people opted into your list. It carries a little bit more weight, right? When we think about exchanging that email, almost like giving someone your phone number. So what I want to do in today's video is not only tell you why having an email list is important, but also set you up to succeed and how you can start to transfer your following into your list. Now, the first thing I always kind of think about when I think about an email list, like I said, it's that direct one-on-one, but it is something that you own. Like that's literally how I look at it. I think about all the times when people get hacked on Instagram or the algorithm comes out and something happens. There's so many things. And at the end of the day, like I've seen creators get banned on Instagram or TikTok, get removed. And you're at the will of these platforms because it's their tool, right? You're using it for free versus an email list. Like to me, that's like there's that ownership element, right? Like you own those emails, and you, even if your business shuts down or your Instagram gets taken away, you have that stack of emails to start again and reach out to your person. I also think it's just a reliable form of contacting your audience because again, it's not like algorithm dependent. It feels a lot more reliable, right? And then also when you think about like the burnout that sometimes creators get from posting online, having to create, having to edit, some people just kind of need a break, and having the email list or having that communication, it seems a little bit of like a softer land, because the burnout is not as, hard for people that are just communicating with their lists on a regular basis. Also, if you ever decide to sell something to your audience as an influencer or creator, I think the conversions on email lists are way bigger. Now, there was an article that came out in the New York Times where Billie Eilish, she has like 100 million followers, and she only got like 64,000 book sales or something like that, like a low number of book sales for someone who has 100 million followers, right? And then when you think about it, people aren't always on social media to buy. Like for me, social media is important from like a community perspective, like acquisition, reach. But when you're trying to sell to your audience, that happens in the email list. So as a creator, maybe you are going to come up with your own product, maybe your own course, your own digital product. Maybe you're going to like actually create swag. It is way easier to launch something on an email list and monetize it than potentially selling direct on social. Now, again, I don't want to pit social media and email lists against one another. It's not like it's an either or situation, right? Here at Sidewalker, we have an email list. We also have social. Again, social for me is like that wide reach, that acquisition, getting people to know who you are. It's hard to do that with your email list. Like people aren't just gonna find it, right? They have to opt in. But psychologically, that one-on-one is a lot stronger when you have that email list because people are like looking forward to hearing from you. I think the great thing about having your email list is that you can use it to drive followers and subscribers on social, but at the same time, you can also use social to get people over to your list. And again, if you already have a following, or even if it's a small following, like when you think about it, maybe you have 1,000 followers on Instagram. Imagine if you had 1,000 email subscribers, right? Being able to transfer them over. So that's kind of now what I want to get into in this video, is talking about transferring over your following into your email. If you are enjoying this video so far and you're interested in topics like this, make sure you go ahead and like today's video. It lets us know to keep creating these type of videos for you guys. Now, the first thing you want to think about if you're trying to get your social media following to convert into a email subscriber is you really want to think about it. What's in it for that? Like, why should they sign up or opt in to your email list? I always tell people in my community of creators, like, y'all, it cannot be something like, keep in touch with my adventures. Like, that's not a sexy opt-in, right? Like, for me, it's not enough of a pull unless you're like a really big celebrity and people really want to keep up. Now, if you say, sign up to get my packing list or my hidden spots in, New York City or whatever, the 5 boutiques that I shop at every time I'm visiting Dallas, then you're actually providing value. So in the email marketing world, we call this a lead magnet, right? So it's just creating something like a magnet that draws people in. For some people, maybe it's a discount. For some people, it's providing resources, right? It's giving your audience an opportunity because they're getting something in exchange for that valuable email. So what I suggest creators do right away is they create some sort of, either landing page using their email provider. If they have an email provider, we here use ConvertKit. We actually have an affiliate to ConvertKit. So if you're interested in a new provider and you don't have your email set up yet, you can look into that. I'll leave our link below. But basically, you could set up a really simple landing page, like within a matter of seconds, publish it, and then have the URL of that landing page, promoting it on social. You could put it in your link in bio, you can promote it on stories, you could even create like videos where you show people what it is that you're going to give them and then direct them to, again, that link in your bio. So if you are interested, that's something that you guys may want to look into, is building out that landing page and think about offering something to your audience and make it simple. Here's a really important part about lead magnets. You don't have to do something you're not good at. So if you're like, Nina, I can't make a PDF, like I'm not good at Canva, it's gonna take me forever, but I could whip up a really quick video on my phone that gives them XYZ value, XYZ information. Okay, do that. That could be your lead magnet, just giving them a, free video, but they have to opt in to get the video, right? So make the lead magnet work for you. Don't do what other people tell you to do. Give your audience something that's easy. Now, maybe going on Canva and whipping up a lead magnet or a worksheet or a guide is quick for you. You could do it in an hour. Then do that, right? So when you're coming up with what value do you want to give your audience, again, maybe you sell something and it's just a discount code, or you want to create resources. Like for us at Sidewalker, we have an amazing resource library full of PDFs. Like I drop in PDFs all the time. So our lead magnet, right, is not just one PDF. We have tons of different documents that we're giving our audience because at the end of the day, we want to show how valuable we are to your guys' lives, right? So here, if you are interested in our free resource library, you see, I'm practicing what I preach. I'm telling you about our resource library, here on YouTube so that you guys can sign up. Now, another thing that you're going to want to consider is putting in your links for your lead magnets. Like I said, not only on social media, but in different places. You can even have it on your website, right? We have it on our website. We have it in the description of our YouTube videos. You want to, basically create a space for your audience to connect with you and get those freebies that they're looking for. Now, I've seen a lot of creators now use a lot of automations like ManyChat to deliver their freebie or get people to sign up for something, right? Like you'll see, haven't you guys seen those posts on TikTok that's like, do you want this recipe? Like DM me the word recipe and I'll send it to you, right? So we've seen people do stuff like that. And remember, there are automation tools out there like ManyChat that you can use to, send over that opt-in form or that link to something that you could do it directly. So while you're creating really cool videos on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube Shorts, you can make it simple for your audience to get that content from you. Now, I think people forget to do this like on social media, but you could just straight up get up on there and instead of, promoting your freebie, so to speak, sometimes it's letting people know, like, guys, I have an email newsletter where I actively send out an email, once a week to my base telling you guys XYZ. Some people actually enjoy that form of content. So like letting them know on social, not always having to do some sort of freebie, but just even letting them know it exists This is something that I don't see people even doing enough of. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video about email lists. I think I drilled really in the importance of having one, especially as a creator. There's no algorithm for y'all. So remember, take it seriously, build out that email list, get it done. It's annoying to have to think about adding something onto your plate, but it will be worth it in the long term because you're really creating that direct channel to your audience and building your community somewhere off of social media, which is always safer. Let me know if you have a list or if you plan on doing one in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.